Olá, boa noite.
Hello.
Good evening, all. Boa noite.
Well, the thing is, in your advert, it's 8:30.
Is it
but
really?
on your message, you said 8 p.m. So there's a bit of a disagreement in this household.
Okay, I think the 8:30 part is the lock-in, and those gentlemen you refer to may be waiting for the lock-in because they don't want to show their faces publicly, admitting to drinking Aguardente first thing in the morning or whatever.
Well, yeah, but that'll have to go that way then, because I'm only drinking this.
Excellent. That's a good start. That's a great start. So, well, let's say good evening to you, Linda, and find out how you're doing.
Hello.
And how life is like in central Portugal this evening.
I'm fine, thank you. It's a bit cloudy today, a lot cooler than it has been over the past few weeks. Can't say as I don't mind, actually. Yeah, so everything is fine. Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. And so a little bit of an autumnal atmosphere is there coming in.
It's definitely autumnal now. Okay. And you can tell that in the morning because it's a lot chillier.
Right.
And it cools down in the evenings quite quickly too.
Time for the puffy coat.
Yes.
Johnny was talking about the first Portuguese puffy coats have appeared. The body warmers, the gilets, those sorts of things. Oh, good of you to come along, Gary. Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm okay. Just a quick shirt change. So yes, I'm here now.
Quick shirt change. Excellent. And how are you? Should we come back to you in just a moment, or would you like to?
No, I'm fine. I'm settled now. You know, I'm used to these last-minute little burgeons of activity.
Such a pro. Yeah. And so, as your early morning activity, as in gardening, has that been changing because of the autumnal shift, or are you still getting out there at 4 or whatever?
To be honest, my exploits of gardening have gone completely out the window this year. So,
oh really?
Yeah, they have 101 other things to do. So,
right, okay.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, yeah, Michael's here as well. Kat may be joining him in just a moment. In case you're wondering, yes, you're watching the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. It's Top Shelf Tipples. We'll get into those in just a moment. We're just finding out how everybody is this evening. Johnny Cocktail, is the Algarve still nice and warm?
Certainly not as warm, but it's very pleasant. It's nice weather now. It's much better than it was a couple of weeks ago when it was still quite warm and sticky.
Yes, warm and sticky. Okay, so perhaps those days are receding into the rearview mirror. It certainly feels like everybody's gone back to work or school here in São Martinho de Porto. And quite strange. Just the 1st of September, and that's it. The atmosphere changes. Really, really quite odd. So thank you, Johnny. Good to see you here this evening. Pat and Eric, how are you? What's Lisbon like? It's still loads of holidaymakers or tourists, presumably, in the capital.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, today, right now it's probably about 20, 21 degrees. So it's gotten cool quickly. We've had quite a breeze here in the last week or so. So that kind of makes it feel even cooler. But we're not complaining. The fresh air blows right through the apartment, nice and cool.
What's happening there?
Trying to sneak in.
Hardly noticed.
I would have liked summer to last a little bit longer, but then I remember that back in 2023 when we moved here in October, it was boiling hot the whole month. So I'll take this right now.
Yeah. Yes, and it may return. That's the other thing. There is such a thing as a San Martino summer, not to do with the place, but the idea that if what is it the Saint Martin himself, and his day is in November, isn't it? November the 11th, possibly, and apparently the summer can return because of him and Saint Martin. So you might get that, and yeah, Lisbon can, but the whole country can be very warm right through until November. So we'll see if this is just a glitch, or if that's it now. If the sun's gone back to work and school with the kids, as it were. Let's go to Terence Austin, the mighty, the great Terence Austin, who just snuck in there in a true showbiz manner. How are all fours? How are you?
Very well, very well. No complaints from me at all.
No, as ever.
Just, I thought I'd unobtrusively just sneak in there. Didn't want to destroy the whole flow of the evening. And I think it worked.
It did. It really did. It's nothing worse than an interrupted flow. And thank you very much for being so sensitive to that matter. Anything else to report from you?
Could you be more specific?
Just how's it going? How you doing? To the bank?
Hanging. I mean, as ever. I mean, it's always the classic sort of response, isn't it, of everybody that I'm fine. But yeah, really, I am fine. Enjoying life. Lots of challenges, lots of stuff to do, lots of things to think about and apply your mind to, which is really what I like. I think I'd be a sad person if I hadn't got anything to kind of focus on and work on. So I'm very lucky like that. I'm very thankful and happy.
Perhaps a type A personality whose needs are being met in the.
What's the type A personality? I don't know.
A busy kind of person. Busy kind of likes to be things. Yeah, I think.
Just invented something then.
No, I'll look it up just to make sure I haven't. But I think
you're a type A person.
Yes. If you'd like to guess what A stands for in the comments, please go ahead. Gemini Bradshaw is here as his pen out. I actually got a notification. Sorry, who was that? Who wanted to guess what A stood for? Apart from Austin.
We don't know. A could stand for amazing.
Yeah, we'll go with that. An amazing person.
That wasn't exactly what I had in mind for him. But...
he doesn't really mean it. He loves me, really.
Can we have a private chat here? Okay, Miguelinho and Kat, a bit further down the road in central Portugal. How are you both?
Hi.
Great. Quite good. Hello. Actually. Yeah.
Quite good.
You're talking about the weather. It's cooled off, I think, significantly. It's 16 degrees right now.
Both have wool on.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another layer on this evening. We can see what's happening here in Portugal. A terrible advert for tourism this evening. It's because we're acclimatized. That's why we're putting extra layers on. And last time we spoke to you, you were in the US, were you not?
Yeah, we was. Yeah, we got back, I think, just about 10 days ago now.
Yeah, the 20th, 21st. Mm-hmm.
So,
right. How was that? You settled back in?
We are glad to be home.
Yeah, feels like coming home this time. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's lovely when it gets to that, isn't it? When you truly see Portugal as home. So great to be home. Good to see you here this evening. Right. I thought it was a pretty good idea, this top shelf tipple, rhymes with nipple idea.
I don't have anything open.
This is a familiar sight, is it not, folks, in Portugal? You go in, you're just ordering your toast in the morning and a coffee, and you look up while you're waiting and you see the accoutrement of certain working people and the world weary as well as they face the day, and maybe have a shot of one of these in their coffee as well, the Café con Cheirinho. And it's a little bit of a detour for us with the wine club to go top shelf, as it were, and discuss our particular favourites with that sort of lineup. I think on that one, there's no port there, is there? But there'll be like Ginjinha, Beirão, Aguardente, a whiskey, a notable import. There'll be an Irish or Scotch whiskey there. There's a gin in that one, which is a bit unusual, but different things step into that lineup of usual suspects. Normally Aguardente, a Madeira, possibly a Madroña, and maybe a Moscatel as well. But those are the top shelf tipples and our crew tonight will share with you what their particular favourites are. So shall we go around the screen and ask Pat and Eric, what do you like from the top shelf of your Portuguese cafe? And have you noticed this phenomenon? Presumably you have.
Yes, I will echo your sentiment about the cafes and the tradesmen in the morning and such. The little cafe that we go down the street, we'll often go in there in the morning, and there'll be gentlemen at the counter with a coffee, and then the Aguardente goes right in there. So I guess that gets the motor running in the morning. But to me, that may have to do with the maybe the level of quality of the workmanship for that day, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I have seen that quite often.
Do they do that on Fridays only, or is that the whole week?
No, because we don't often go in there on Fridays.
I think it's every day, isn't it, for some people? Every day.
Yeah.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it yourself, the Café con Cheirinho, the coffee with a sniff?
No, I've had Aguardente on its own, and I think if you put a lighter up to my mouth, light it right up. Not my thing. But.
Unbelievable. Some notable Aguardentes were drunk at that beer festival, I think, weren't they, in Castanheira de Pera, late into the evening. And even then, even after much beer, it still made our eyes water and scream in a way that it would be most ungainly among those tradesmen you speak about, who just drink it like it's plain coffee or water, right? Yeah, amazing. So what are you picking from the top shelf?
So I have to say we had a terrific weekend up in Alveazar with Gary and Linda and the crew. We got to meet Michael and Katia as well. And Gary and I happened to be talking about this during the weekend about the upcoming show. And I said, Gary, I'm probably not going to come on because I don't have any. Since we moved from the States, we don't really have liquor in the house. We drink wine, beer, all things along those lines. And then Gary said to me, well, what about port? You do drink port, don't you? And I was like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. So Gary and Linda were kind enough to gift me.
Ooh, hold on. Full screen. Very nice.
They gifted me this fine bottle of port, which is what I will open tonight.
Nice.
So,
a
nice 10-year tawny port. So yeah, I wasn't even thinking of along the lines of port, but we do often have port, and we went to one of the wineries down in Stubble, JMF, and we found a very nice muscatel there, which was something that I'd never had ever before. We brought that back, and that's long since gone. So
JMF is Fonseca, for those of you that aren't familiar with the initials.
Yeah.
Excellent muscatel.
So we'll have to get down there because it wasn't the bottom shelf muscatel. This was pretty.
You spent a little bit on this.
I spent a little bit on it, so it was probably a little bit higher up the shelf. So yeah.
We talked about taste memory, didn't we? About how some of the things that we drink and celebrate and favour here are linked to a special occasion. Sounds like it was you were nodding, Pat. Like that was a really special taste memory.
It was a nice day because we went on a tour of the winery, and it was really lovely. It's a beautiful place in a beautiful setting with gardens, and they've preserved so much of the old way of creating wine. We got to really see a lot. So it was a historical time for us, but it was also a good one.
Yeah.
So you are you're two tipple top shelfers basically. It could be port, it could be muscatel for you too.
Well, I personally would prefer some Bombay Sapphire gin, but I'm not permitted to keep that in the house because I will be laying on the carpet every morning. So,
are you physician or Eric?
Eric.
All right,
so I do have a little Beirão here that
unless you've got really big hands.
Yeah, that is a little Beirão.
That's a little Beirão.
Beirão was purchased after last year's Festa. Which Festa was that? Okay, I can't even remember. There was a Festa here that went down Avenida Liberdade, and I tried a Beirão from a stall, and I liked it. So
Very good.
It's a tiny bottle, guys. I know it looked big, but it is.
Very sweet. We'll come back to you for your thoughts on it as you sip it. And I think Eric's going to be having the Tawny Port as his top shelf tipple tonight. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. And T-Duck. Nice to see you as well. Too late for T-Duck to be drinking. Just sipping on a chamomile tea, perhaps. Johnny Cocktail, what you got from the top shelf?
Well, as maybe not, it's a surprise that these days, if I reach for one bottle, I'm getting 2 or 4 because I'm going to make a cocktail. I haven't yet, but I will prep that. And someone had, during one of our WhatsApp chats, had asked, is there such a thing as a Portuguese Negroni? So this broadcast, the timing is fortuitous, and it's now the 1st of September, and September is the month in which they have International Negroni Week.
Is it?
And this year it's the 22nd through the 28th. And so that's why I'm going to let you scoop the news on my website. I post 2 recipes every month of cocktails that I've created. And this month they just were posted. They feature 2 versions of a Negroni that new recipes. And the one that I'm going to have here is in response to that WhatsApp chat asking about a Portuguese Negroni. And it's something that is in a prior release on the website with the recipe. I called it the Portuguese Carnation because I released it on the 25th of April. And so it's a Negroni made with exclusively Portuguese ingredients.
Oh, nice one. Nice one. There is the event you speak of. Oh, they've done it beautifully, haven't they? Oh, look at it. They are wiping a rim there, which we approve of. NegroniWeek.com if you want to find out more about that. Traditionally, what's in there, Johnny? If you could quickly let us know about that.
A very easy recipe to make. It's 1 ounce of gin, 1 ounce typically of Campari, an Italian bitter aperitivo, and then to balance that 1 ounce of a sweet vermouth.
Wonderful. So you've made a Portuguese version of it. How wonderful. Brilliant stuff. Thank you.
And I'll be mixing that up in a few moments here.
Oh, mate, thanks for the scoop on that as well. And that'll be available from My Cocktail Mind as well if people want to follow that up, yeah?
Yes. mycocktailmind.com/recipes. They can see the Portuguese, the one that I'm making here that's been posted onto the website.
Okay, just typing that in now. mycocktailmind.com there. Very good.
You always seem to have a little scratch in the throat at that point.
Okay. It goes with my hat that I saw at the Chinese shop the other day. Although that had breast on it, didn't it? Not cock for some reason. It was the strangest baseball cap. Right. Okay. Johnny, we'll come back to you then, and you'll be sampling your own concoction. These cocktail awareness weeks, presumably in a world of so many cocktails, there's one every week, if not several. You're drinking all year long.
Well, and that's not a bad thing, but this particular cocktail, it's internationally known, and Rift is what it's called when you make these versions of it. And it's a favored drink among bartenders. And there's about 4 dozen Portuguese bars that are participating this year. And if you go to those bars and you purchase Negronis, a portion of that goes to they're sponsoring some sort of organization that helps people in the food industry, helps people in the beverage industry, and Slow Foods is one of the participants in that, where they've got, from their website, you'll see all of the missions that they undertake to help people in that world.
It's nice to see them, supporting that and the whole idea of slow food. Love it. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you very much for your conscientiousness around this and creativity as well. Right. Back to the Type A personality, and Gary and Linda as well. What do you got there? I think it's a mixed bag hit tonight, isn't it? It's not just the Beirão we see before us. There's something else on that table too.
Oh, there is. Do you want to hit the screen with what you got?
I've zoomed in.
Right. Well, I don't think it's good as Johnny's Rim.
Nothing is.
Nowhere near as spicy.
Oh, check it out. Yeah.
Right, Maceira. Yeah,
How do you say it?
I think so.
Maceira.
Yeah, because you could say Maceira, but I think it's Maceira.
Maceira.
Anyway,
Okay.
I think that's the way.
Maybe
to
our
say it.
Portuguese friends will help us with
Yeah,
that.
they can correct us.
It's not a Maceira, it's a very naughty drink, perhaps they say.
Get out.
It's a very naughty drink.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I was going to bring a whiskey on, but obviously
Drunk it all.
from Scotland, I drunk it away. So I looked. There's about that much left in the, and I thought, no, I can't. That's a bit sad. So I thought my conscience got hold of me, and I thought I better do a Portuguese sort of angle on this. And so with the Maceira, which I think is like a brandy, yeah,
I think the class is a brandy.
class as a brandy with some aromatics thrown in. I'm drinking it at the moment with some ice. I know I shouldn't do that for the purists. It's a warming drink, and probably, you know, it's a sort of autumnal evening. Warm yourself by the fire, get your socks off, and
Shut up lines ever right there.
It's a bit like the whiskey, really. I mean, let's be honest. Which when I have the whiskey, I don't put ice in. I'm purely a water or straight whiskey guy. And I know that I'm offending people by putting some ice in here, but it's actually gives it a little bit of a summer twist when you put some ice in. So I think it's kind of like in Portugal works better than whiskey because you can have that summer sort of lilt to it. Because if you have a whiskey in the summer here, you've got to put some ice in it, really, because it's so hot.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's so fiery.
so fiery.
Yeah.
So really, I thought that was a good choice. Go for the Maceira because I've had it loads of times, on and off. It's not something that I drink every week, but I do like it, and I think it's good value as well. I mean, you know, you're talking probably about a tenner a bottle, something like that.
A staple in the drinks cabinet then for sure, and that's why we see it as well, isn't it? All over Portugal in the padaria, pasteleria, in coffee shops.
It's actually really nice with a pastel de nata.
I bet it is. Now you're talking.
You know, like with whiskey, you're supposed to have shortbread. Well, I think if you have a pastel de nata with a Maceira, you're somewhere in the same league. It's just beautiful.
You could conjure up a brilliant name for the Macinata or something like
Macinata,
that.
yeah.
That's
Brilliant.
Here's a little bit of background info for people who want it. No, interestingly, made by Pernod Ricard, originally from Bombaral in Portugal and brought to the market in 1885. Maceira is a Portuguese brandy created by José Guilherme Maceira after he studied winemaking in the French region of Cognac. So he came back from the Cognac region and decided to make his own Portuguese version, I suppose. It's produced according to the secret recipe for more than 125 years. The success of Maceira was instant. Its quality and reputation won over true connoisseurs in Portugal, such as Fernando Pessoa, the great Portuguese poet who became loyal to the brand more than 125 years after its launch. It is the market leader in Portugal. Didn't know that. And is also exported to over 30 countries in 5 continents. I think we should go to the factory. Although, if that's Pernod Ricard, it's probably made in France now, strangely enough, back to its inspirational origin, you might say. Great choice, Terence. Nice one. Thank you for that. T-Duck saying, put the bottle in the freezer is one way of cooling it down. Pete, have a wonderful evening, guys. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. To see you nice, Peter. Pete, how you doing? Hiya, T-Duck. How's you as well from Jackie, who's also with us this evening. Thank you very much, Miguelito and Kat. Oh, no, hold on a minute, because that's just back up the truck.
You missed me out.
No, I just remembered. Linda, please go ahead.
Well, I'm obviously drinking the Beirão, but I've got a little ice in mine, which is quite pleasant with the ice. Yeah. And I like the Beirão because I find it's good after a heavy meal, for instance.
Yes.
Because it's a digestive. It calms the tummy. Calms the tummy, and sort of like takes away the heavy feeling. So but I don't always stay at just one. I like having a couple.
Even when the tummy is well and truly calmed, there's room
Yes.
for the other one.
Yeah, carry on.
Okay, it is a fantastic flavour. Had you tried it? Sorry, who's that? Who's that? Oh, okay. Had you tried it before you came to Portugal?
No.
Okay, same with Pat, I think. Yeah.
Before I came to Portugal.
Yeah. So you and Pat both. It was something tried here and adopted. Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's the three of us then with Beirão this evening. I'm going for that as well. Before we go, sorry, Miguelinho.
Gary's got something special.
Yes, Garvo, over to you.
I'm just going to duck under the title, okay, so you can see me.
Well, it's all right. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that.
Remember.
You want Big Jagger as well, or should we have?
Hey, Bob Ross.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gone for the pure top shelf, the Aguardente. Now let's just back up here on Aguardente. There's two types. There's the clear, we'll call it white Aguardente, the pale stuff, and there's this. The firewater is normally the clear stuff. That is the Bagaceira, which is much higher in its alcohol content and usually made in somebody's adega to excess standards. Yeah. And then you get this stuff, right, which is more matured. I think it might be done in oak, in barrels, and it becomes a different beast. It becomes a bit more somewhere between a brandy and a whiskey. Yeah, very, very nice after a big meal, and totally sort of civilized, unlike its cheaper cousin. But yeah, I like this. It's it's a good Aguardente. I've tried other ones. Yeah, there's really more expensive ones, but this one always seems to fit the bill. They do like a Grand Reserva of this, but I prefer this one. I've tried them both, but this one is a better one. So I'm happy enough with that one.
And how do the Portuguese say CRF then? What's the correct pronunciation?
It's CRNF, isn't it?
CR and F. So yes. KRF. Well, it's quite a mouthful. It
does stand for something. I can't remember what it is. I did know, but I'm afraid.
Well, we can find out. We can find out before the end of the evening. A little bit of an intro then as well. Great choice. And so, yeah, the clear one is the one that you'll see being slipped into a coffee in the morning. Yeah. And this CR&F is maybe what you'd have after a finer dinner of an evening. And Aguardente is a collective term for a particular kind of booze, known in Portuguese as Aguardente, as we're discovering tonight. Type of distilled alcoholic spirit that contains between 29% and 60% alcohol by volume. It is a somewhat generic term that can refer to liquors made from various foods. It originates from and is typically consumed on the Iberian Peninsula and in Ibero-America. That's the first time I've heard of that expression, Ibero-America, but presumably that's the Portuguese diaspora, the Iberian diaspora.
It sounds like some sort of music category.
Is it like Atlantis or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, or a superhero. A superhero, perhaps.
But if you have the white stuff, you ever seen like when they're clearing weeds with those flamethrowers? I'm sure that's what it's.
They're using that.
Well, actually, I bought one, a white one that was more expensive than that.
We can. I mean, if you are adventurous enough, you can have a really expensive white one, but you got to have guts of cast iron, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the clear one. I didn't realize they made them at once.
Yeah, there are some of a greater quality like that. It's a nice looking bottle, and it's a classic Portuguese brand. That one.
We'll see it on the shelf. That sale.
Hold on a minute.
So since we brought up ABV, what is the ABV on that, Garlo?
What was it, 40 something?
40%.
Is that all? Okay. Right. So yes, Aguardente meaning ardent water, or basically fire water, isn't it? Burning or fiery water in the etymology. Compound of Iberian languages, word for water, agua in Castilian, aigua in Catalan, agua in Portuguese, and aga in Galician, and burning, fiery, ardente in the Portuguese and Galician there. A comparable word in English is firewater, though the English term is colloquial or humorous, whereas aguardiente is stylistically neutral in Spanish. However, when anyone gives you one of those that they've brewed for themselves, they are smiling normally, aren't they? It's not indifference. It's they are thinking, I can't wait to see.
Brave enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's only beaten by the Madronia that they make as far as ferociousness is concerned, because that is pure rocket fuel sometimes.
Yeah, made from the strawberry tree, the Madronia tree.
You've got a bit of a story actually about this.
Go on.
I've got a little bit of a story.
Just to back up the potency of clear Aguardente. We've got a bit of a lad, Pedro. He comes past most days, and sometimes he comes in and sits with us. And we hadn't got that much to offer him in terms of booze because he was sitting by the pool. So I've got this bottle of Aguardente, the clear stuff, which we were having a bit of trouble getting shifting. And we thought, well, he's Portuguese, you know, he knows what this is all about. He's a big drinker. You know, because he's in the cafe early in the morning. I mean, you're talking about like 7:30, and he's there like knocking back.
You've seen him, Eric. You've seen him. He came past. That's the man we're on about.
Yeah. Pedro. Anyway, he sat down, and like I say, we feverishly got this drink out, and we're all having a bonhomie, and hands across the water and everything. And he drank this firewater, and then started coughing.
And then we had the CPR.
Yeah, we almost had to give him CPR. And we thought that he's going to cope with this, being Portuguese. He knows what it's all about. And he looked at us as though we'd given him some kind of like
paint stripper.
Oh, wow. So you weren't expecting that. You just thought he'd take it in his stride, like
we thought he'd
Portuguese.
sort of show us how it was done, because obviously we'd got it wrong. But he cried like a baby, didn't he?
He wailed like
really. That. Honestly, you could see him fighting it, not wanting to look like I'm coughing here.
Yeah, it's him. Look, he's obviously done it before.
There he is. That's the after picture, isn't it? That one Tio, that's an uncle at a Portuguese wedding. It's the uncles, isn't it? It's the uncles at the wedding who say, "Come on, let's get the Aguardente, man. Time for an Aguardente."
Come on, and put some Aguardente in your eyes.
And this is why it sells so well, isn't it? Is because you can aspire to ending up like that of an evening, which is no
He's
bad
my
thing.
hero. I like that guy.
You got your nice Farah slacks on and your favourite shirt, sleeves rolled up, ready for the dance floor. Perfect. It's a good night out. Fantastic. All right. So thank you very much, Gary, and that nice Aguardente anecdote there, and a Portuguese fella for whom that was a little bit too much. We can now go to Miguelinho and Kat. They're on tenterhooks with their top shelf tipple. What you got?
Well, just before we get going, two things. Somebody said in the very beginning in a comment, why do they always put port in sugar? There is never port in sugar. Sugar in port.
Yeah.
It's only the way they ferment. Port is partially fermented, stopped, and it's then fortified with a brandy, which is normally Aguardente. And they fortify it with that, and that's why you have such high sugar content, not sugar, but fruit content in the wine. There's never added sugar in a port. You'd have to be really down the barrels, I'm sure, before you ever got that. That was just a comment somebody had.
No, thank you for that. And that's how it got. That's how the wine was preserved to take back to Blighty, wasn't it? That's how the whole port thing happened. Right?
Yeah. When the British were at war with Spain and France, there was no way they could get any decent wine, so they started getting from Portugal for the journey.
A bit like Brexit, really.
Yeah, and great. So that's how they fortified them, and that's been going on for 300 years now. Anyway, and I work.
You won't be able to separate a Brit from his tipple.
Somewhat, about 30 odd years ago, I was working in a boatyard in Mallorca, and I was living in the marina right down in the city of Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca. And I used to get the bus every morning out to this marina, and right next to the bus stop was a coffee shop. I'd stop and have my coffee and Sieni Tres, 103 brandy. And that was the tipple there. Everybody had a Sieni Tres with their coffee in the morning. So,
brilliant.
It is
sea dog breakfast.
You start the day. And it's not frowned upon by anybody. So. Anyway, we just got back, and we had a piece of furniture out being restored, And we'd taken everything out of the top shelf, and I thought, well, this is great. We're going to have top shelf. We'll have our favorite Aguardente, which is this.
Ooh. Oh,
Kopke, yes.
Unfortunately, when we started the shelf,
Empty.
It's evaporated. It's evaporated.
Yes,
it evaporated
highly
in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And this is even more unusual. So we went out to get our second favorite.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Very good.
And somebody made a comment about the difference between, clear Aguardente and these ones. Every spirit, no matter what it is, when it goes into an oak barrel, goes in crystal clear. It's when whiskey goes in a barrel, it just looks like Aguardente, like a clear Aguardente. All of these are getting their color from the oak barrel, from the smoking in the oak barrel. This is where the color comes from. It's from the toasting in the barrel.
Thank you.
And the longer they're in the barrel, depending on the type of barrel and what type of oak, is American, European, gives it the different intensity and flavor and the color. I mean, this Kopke, by the way, this is on oak for 15 years.
Wow.
Up in Villanova de Gaia is where it's stored, and it's in oak for 15 years up there. So it's got a bit. It's old before you can get it. This one I think is 7 years old, so it's still pretty damn good. You know, that's, what you're paying is the time this thing's been sitting in the bottle. And Harry, we got this one today for $23, 23 euros. The reserve is 49.
This is a reserve.
No, the special reserve.
Okay.
You know, the grand reserve, I guess, is what it is. Is the other one. So this is our Tipples tonight.
I prefer
So Michael, I'll have to remember that it evaporated. That's all I have to know.
Did it evaporate while your brother was looking after the house?
No, luckily my brother is not a brandy drinker.
No, but it's
okay.
His wife.
He is now. He is now. Okay. All right. Brilliant.
Lorraine is a whiskey drinker, and if we ever get together and have a whiskey tasting, she'll take it over. I can tell you. What she doesn't know about is worth knowing.
She was a bartender.
We hang out with her one night. Right. I'm mindful that we probably need to go straight to Johnny Cocktail and the Portuguese Negroni. Is it a Negroni? Is that what you're going to call it? The Portuguese version?
No, I called it the Portuguese Carnation.
The Portuguese. Oh, of course. Very good. Okay. Nice. Yep. Okay. So, do you want to do that now, Johnny? Are we holding you up? Are things melting and getting out of hand?
No, I haven't brought the ice out of the freezer. I don't need to. I'll just show you what I'm going to use.
All right. We'll give you full screen for that.
So I'm going to use
black
gin. Yep.
And someone had put up a note about some other things to try. So this stands in for me for the digestive, the Campari. I'm using per se. This is made in Lisbon, or this is a Lisbon. It's a botanical. It's not as bitter. It has more winter, more spice notes. If I so selected, I could put in a couple of drops of an orange bitter into that, and then to replace the sweet vermouth.
Oh, very good.
Yes. So this is comb. So that's okay. I got another bottle. This is one that has the cherries in it. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and worthy of mention because, as Pete's saying there, actually being from Fundão, I have to mention Ginjinha, absolutely delicious, especially in a chocolate cup. So I would say we've done a pretty good job of covering all the bases up there on the top shelf, apart from whiskies, of course. And I think Mike's doing that for us. Although this might be a bourbon or some other whiskey kind of drink. What is a Taylor? Does anybody know what that is?
No, all I know is someone that makes clothes, but obviously that's not the one, is
it? Dad joke.
Yeah, could be.
Might be from the port people in Porto.
Yeah.
Really? It's in a whiskey bar. It's in a whiskey tumbler there, isn't it? So it could be Taylor's Port, yeah. But it says Colonel E.H. Taylor. Tell us what that is, Mike. I mean, that would look good on the top shelf in a Portuguese cafe or bakery for sure. Right. Where did we begin? I think we started with, was it with you, Eric, Pat and Eric, wasn't it? So let's talk about the taste then of your Beirão port. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, I'll start with the port. A very smooth, not terribly fruity, but very pleasant. I'll definitely have another glass of this after the show's over. 20% alcohol, according to the label. So yeah,
Smooth?
yeah, very smooth.
And tawny, is that your preference out of the types?
Yes, I prefer tawny over ruby, and
I think so.
yeah, that's what I go for first. Yeah.
Okay, very good, excellent. So a commendation for the tawny port there. What about you and the Beirão, Pat? This has a taste memory as well, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's very different to me because it has some kind of an herbal quality to it that you might think is going to be medicinal when you taste it and go, oh no, that's for when I have a stomach ache. But it's actually quite nice. It is smooth. There's a little bit of sweetness like caramel to it, but it's definitely herbal. So I can't pinpoint what that is, but it's an herb, and I like it.
I've been to the factory. And I thoroughly recommend a trip to the Beirão factory in Luzão. It's such a good day out, and you might get to meet the boss. He presides over, I think it might be his parents' creation, because I think the story behind Beirão is that a fiance said, "I want you to make me a drink, and I'll marry you, like a drink, especially made for me," and that was Beirão. And that's been a family business ever since. And he's quite a canny entrepreneur. He also owns a rugby team, I think. He brings rugby players and teams over to Portugal. He's a really amazing guy. And he's an importer of other booze as well as creating Beirão in that factory. And it's a really wonderful mix of sort of craft, old school distilling and robots in the factory on the production line bottling it up. It's quite a day out. It's really good. Philomena organised that for us, and then a terrific bar upstairs when you've finished where you can try a caipirinha, which is the Beirão caipirinha and another. Have you been there, Gary? Are you nodding in agreement?
Yes, I have. I didn't do the tour, but I have been there and had a look around. But I mean, their website is fantastic because it's more than just a drink. I mean, obviously it goes into cocktails, but they've also got recipes for cooking. I think there's one done with salmon. Yeah. And the other one was it the chicken gizzards or something like that was cooked in which sounds interesting, but apparently is very nice. So
yeah, it's good in cooking. I have one above my cooker and I chuck it in with chicken livers with Beirão. It's really nice. Go on, Kat.
So it is herbal. The herbs, it's a double distillation of seeds and herbs, and the herbs include mint, cinnamon, cardamom, and lavender. So that's what you get.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you, Kat.
Yep. And it has its own Wikipedia entry, and I'll put the website where you can go and do the tour as well as Gary was suggesting there. It is more than a drink, isn't it? It's a kind of whole sort of cultural reference and fond product of Portuguese the world over. I'm sure for the Ibero-American diaspora, whatever it might be called. Right, superb. That's going into the chat now. Excellent. So you're enjoying your drink, I think, Eric and Pat. There, that's the Tawny Port and the Beirão. Let's go round. Are we coming back to you, Johnny? You ready to do your thing?
Well, you can have your chat. I'll go get my ice and
make
my drink.
Austin Towers, then, while you're doing that, working from right to left on your screen.
So that's me.
How is I think stage stage left. Gary, go ahead.
CRF. It's a rich, spicy, warming drink. Not at all like the white stuff. Very civilized, and it's the sort of drink, like you say, when the evening starts to turn a bit chilly. And you head towards the winter and the autumn, and that sort of, you can imagine sitting by the log fire, the crackling of the embers, and just wistfully looking into the flames as your house burns down. No, I mean it's that sort of drink. It just keeps the cold and the chill.
Warm to the cockles of your heart.
Yeah. And then you get Terence whispering in your ear, "Get your socks off, you've pulled."
You've pulled, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Very nice. I can't wait for that evening.
I just thought Terence was stepping on the cat's tail there for a little while ago.
Yeah, it sounded like
No,
Junior.
you wanted to go out. He was asking to
Terence, you can go out if you need. Oh, the cat, not Terence.
Yeah,
right.
the cat.
All right.
So, Linda, to you.
Yeah, well, I really like this, but you can put Beirão into cocktail, and I have tried one or two of them. It's especially nice, actually, in ginger beer.
Is it really?
Yeah. Using the really good maker ginger beers, the bitter one.
It's even better.
Ginger beer.
No, ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer, not ginger ale, ginger beer.
But it's still registered unofficially as a medicine, isn't it? A stock of medicine.
Yeah.
Is it
really?
really?
That's what it was marketed as in the old days.
Like Coca-Cola, perhaps. That sort of similar origin.
More fun.
Yeah, true. Okay. And it doesn't clean up your engine quite as well, or your chrome work. Very good. There's the Beirão website. It really is a lot of fun. If you want to
go there. It's a great website. Lots of ideas.
Good. Okay, very good. Terence, then to you, please.
Okay. Well, this is one of the surprises of Portugal. There are many in Portugal. I mean, obviously, we've got a collection of two others here. Just as valid, just as nice in its own way. Very aromatic, slightly sweet, which is probably why I like it. I don't think they add sugar to it. I think it comes from natural processes. But like I say, with ice in the summer, it's lovely. I wouldn't really want to put anything with as a mixer with it because I think that would clash with it. But I remain open-minded. Winter drink, superb. Again, it's the crackling fire. Yeah, warming yourself, warming the cockles. It would go very well. It's one of those things that I used to see on the top shelf, and I used to wonder about. And you always talk yourself out of trying these type of things because you always go for stuff but I didn't know about it. But on one occasion, I tried it, and I thought that's really quite nice. I like that, and the more I've had it, the more I like it. I'm never disappointed in it. Can't really say. Well, they do a slightly upmarket one, which I think is worse. It's like the same as the CRNF, which I think your basic sort of Macieira, what is it, about €10 a bottle, is a fabulous choice and a good in parties, good digestiva. You could even, cold winter night. Tell you what, it might be good with chestnuts. In what is it? The St. Martin's. Where they cook the chestnuts in the open smokers.
Nothing like cooking your chestnuts.
Yeah, nothing like cooking chestnuts.
Yes. Good evening, Vicar. I was just good evening, Vicar. I was just roasting my chestnuts. Would you like one?
It does have a very definite smell, though. I just remember.
It does have an aroma.
I can't quite picture what it
is.
It's
sweet. It's almost like a perfume, but never gets there.
You see, when it's like you get a tingle because the alcohol burning off it.
Yeah.
It's almost.
It's almost.
But that is not savage.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Caramel. It's caramelly.
I mean, you go to that now, it makes your nose tingle.
Well, Melinda, you reminded me what I was thinking at the start of the evening. Caramel. It's caramel.
Yeah, caramel.
It's got a caramel type aroma and sort of half taste of caramel.
Where is that made? Does it say on the bottle? Where does it come
The
from?
writing is so small.
I know this is Villanova de Gaia.
Bombarral, we said.
Bombarral,
I think
isn't it? That's what you said on the Bombarral,
okay.
Which is a local.
Well, here's the thing as well. This is an interesting twist because it's a very old brand, drunk by Fernando Pessoa, one of the great poets of Portugal. And here it is with an Instagram account. You'd expect it to have a sort of dusty old website, but here we are on Instagram.
Yeah.
And look, they're making a Bailey's basically, aren't they? So they're taking the brandy flavour.
Yes, I've seen that. I saw that on the shelf today.
Anyone tried this? This is the Portuguese Bailey's, isn't it? Really,
It is nice. It is really nice.
Right. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting, and nice bit of marketing going on there. They are. I like with all of these, like Mathias Rosé, Beirão. They do work hard, don't they, to keep up and keep the brand changing and alive.
I forgot to say something. Right, the one thing I love about this is there's the wax seal here.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes right up to the top, and it's all round here. And you got to pull the wax seal, and like it's almost like some exclusive royal decree that you've got to open.
Or like being Napoleon, putting your sort of tricorn hat on and opening your brandy up.
Very much so. Yeah.
The Beirão was similar as well, although Beirão recently has changed from the wax to a sticker, and I don't think that's a great move.
That one has look.
Yeah.
Bit of ribbon and a sticker.
When I was saying about the factory, that's a hand knotted ribbon. So that's not done by robots. That's a hand knotted ribbon. But they've replaced the wax blob with a sticker in a recent branding change.
This one's got masking tape.
What's that one, Pat? Have you got a new one or an old one there, Pat?
This is it's about 6 months old, and it's a sticker.
It's a sticker.
But it's little, so I think the bigger one, they put the wax on.
All right, so Austin household, that's fantastic. Thank you very much for your sharing.
Are we supposed to give any points tonight?
No. How can you compare these different things? It's just
fair enough.
Miguelina is brandishing his.
Oh, nice.
That's a nightmare, that pourer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not going to fill it up.
Yeah, it gets dunked up, doesn't it? And then you have a massive flow suddenly.
That sucks.
Right. So,
when they get airlocked, the only way to get them out is you have to shake the bottle and then you get a big splash.
You do.
I find if you put them in your mouth and suck, that usually unclogs it.
That's right. And you say, "Oh, we're all friends here," as you top everyone's glasses up. Right. Okay. Excellent. Miguelino and Kat, then, what you got? What's your verdict on what you're drinking now? A full start with the evaporated.
We haven't had this one for a while, and it's very smooth. Yeah. It's really nice. You know, look, if you're paying for a French cognac with this kind of quality, you know, you'd be paying 50 euros. This is so smooth. Mm-hmm. And it's really got kind of stone fruit noses on it. It's really interesting. It always surprises me that hard liquors like these can take on those notes of things like peaches and almonds and stuff, but they still retain it. It's amazing.
It sounds like you're enjoying that. Enjoying that. Fantastic.
And we picked it up this afternoon, and I think it was about 22 or 23 euros. It was on sale instead of 29.
Yeah, that's very good.
Excellent value. Well, the Popka, I won't tell you how much that was, but it's a different level entirely. You know, I mean that's for 15 years.
Double top shelf.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to get the ladder. Have to get the ladder for that one. Yeah. Very good. I think it's been random how we've all come to these, but we've really represented that top shelf very well. That people will now see and recognise inside the Portuguese cafes all across the land. Basically, that's what it looks like, generally speaking. And it'll be a little bit of a different lineup wherever you go, but you'll see the names that we've talked about. Famous Grouse on that one, and Jameson. Oh, and that there, Macieira Cream. Now I recognise that. Alianza's Aguardente is there as well, isn't it? Pretty much in the middle there. Very good stuff. So that just leaves a cocktail climax. And the Carnation Negroni. Good choice of name. What else can you tell us about it, Johnny?
Excellent.
I think it may appeal to some who aren't Negroni fans.
Okay.
A lot of people push back because it's a Campari drink. It's not a gin drink, and the Campari owns that drink. It can be quite bitter, And people usually don't like the first time they drink it or the second time, but by the third time, they're accustomed to it. But this per se, it's more orange notes and not so much of the bitter notes. So it's more approachable, I think. It might be more refreshing on a warm day. You could accept it more than something that's so bitter. No, I think it's a very nice option. It's not supposed to taste like the original. Using these very unique ingredients. It's a drink that stands on its own very nicely. And and usually in a Negroni you might have an orange peel. I put a little lemon peel in this. Okay. You can see, as a garnish, and it adds a little essence. Squeeze the oils from the peel over it. But there's one other thing I just want to show you because no one else brought it out, and just so you're aware of it. This is a liqueur that's made in the Algarve. If you
hold on a minute, let me just give you full screen for that, Johnny. Oh, okay.
They have
Tolerantini.
Yes, this is a fig liqueur. They have several flavors. That's made, I think, near Silvish. And I use this with the CR and F and with cold espresso. And that's my version of it. I think it's further down the list there. It's called the Algarve Martini.
Wow.
Look at all these fantastic recipes here.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in the chat. Oh, these look fantastic.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, even have a Munson. What's that?
Of course, there's a Munson there.
That
Who doesn't like
picture with a twist,
bitter and flat.
Wow.
Enough of that.
No. Everyone wants to have a Munson in their mouth.
Exactly. First thing in the morning.
Now, interestingly, what has the Munson? What's the ingredients in that? Just to be quizzical.
Yes, thank you.
What is
it? Go ahead if you want to show the recipe. It has one of the ones that was featured here today.
Oh,
It's got simple syrup. That sums me up, doesn't it? Simple syrup.
You just have to squeeze Carl really hard to get that.
Get a saline in there as well.
a little salty and a little sweet.
And a shot of adrenaline. There's a shot of adrenaline when as well.
Oh, and I also did in this version of the Negroni, I did put in 2 drops of the 20% saline solution. It brightens flavors, it tones down bitters. So it's just a nice addition.
So is that a new thing in cocktails, saline solution? Or is
I've never heard of it.
No, me neither.
Certainly anything that has a citrus in it or bitter notes, it's just saline. Salt is used in cooking. It just elevates some flavor. So it's certainly not new. I didn't invent it. I'm just an aggregator of information and I apply it.
Well, I think that's a little too modest, but you certainly are doing a great job at My Cocktail Mind, and we commend it to you. So I'll pop that into the chat. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Great job, Johnny, on that. And there it is on the screen right there. So would you believe that's an hour chatting about these top shelf tipples, rhymes with nipples. And maybe closing comments as we go around the screen here. Let's start bottom left. Eric, Pat, what's your closing comment this evening before we have our little lock-in? Others are invited. We'll give you the link if you want to come and chat and hang out with us after the show.
I would say that this was a nice little diversion from the typical wine show. While I enjoy that tremendously, I think this is a nice little diversion once in a while from that. Yeah. And it brings out some of the participants' creativity, or you learn a little bit more about them than you would just drinking wine. So
and you learn a little bit about Portugal too. Some of these alcoholic beverages I never heard of.
Yeah,
so it's great.
It's been really educational tonight, hasn't it? Especially so.
Absolutely. And I had my very first Negroni on my birthday this year and didn't like it and didn't finish it. So now I'm thinking I'm going to try Johnny Cocktail's version.
No, you come here and
okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Invitation accepted.
What is your venue called? What do you call your bar, Johnny?
The world headquarters of My Cocktail Mind.
world headquarters. You can invite me to that. How about that in the Algarve? Fantastic. Pat and Eric, great job. Miguelino and Kat, the Whitbys, what are your closing comments this evening?
No, that's yum.
Yum.
It's Eric was right. This is a diversion from wine, but you know, when you think about it, came from exactly the same roots, pun intended. This is all made. It's all made with grape.
Yes.
Every piece of it. So everything we've had tonight, I'm not sure about the Beirão.
Yes, it is, because it's a brandy.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Wow.
So their roots are all grapevines. So it's a great idea.
So a toast to the other forms of the offspring of the grape. Then very good, very good. Okay, thank you.
Wonderful world of grape.
Great exposure.
A grape experience. Excellent. Austin Towers. It just sounds so much like Austin Powers, doesn't it? What are your closing comments from starting with Terence on that side? Taipei personality, Terence, go.
Right. I tell you, one of the things that's really fascinated me is, and I've been aware of this for some time, with the Beirão drink, how popular that is with females. That really, you'll find a high percentage of women drinking Beirão to various degrees. So that impressed me. Also, what impressed me was it's a nice divergent from wine to do all these favourite tipples. I've learned a little bit also about stuff, especially listening to Michael and Johnny. Great information. I should gen up a bit more about what I do, but I'm always hitting these things like a wall. Hence my calling on tonight on the TV. But all in all, what a great evening, and some great chat and some great contributions. And, you know, I learned a lot, and I think Portugal's got a lot to offer.
Great. Yeah. Are you going to be crawling away as well? Or we'll see.
Probably when I finish that.
Thanks, Terence. Much appreciated. And by the way, Taipei personality describes an individual who is ambitious, competitive, impatient, and time conscious, often characterized by a sense of urgency and a drive to achieve goals quickly and perfectly, can be controlling, workaholic tendencies, is organized, time conscious and impatient, competitive, ambitious, and achievement oriented. I think we nailed that with you. Linda.
It's nothing like me. I'm an empath.
Yeah. You are. You're an interesting mix, hybrid.
I think it's just nice that we've all sort of like brought different things to the table, and they're basically all to do with Portugal, which is good. You know, it's sort of like, it wouldn't be the same, I think, if John had brought his Scottish whiskey, because it's better he's brought that.
I'd have to wear my kilt.
Michael did. Michael did the weekend.
Did he?
Oh,
yes.
Michael's was a
Michael, are you wearing a kilt?
No. Oh, sorry. The other Mike was drinking a Kentucky bourbon. That's what that Taylor's drink was.
I like that.
Yeah. Kentucky bourbon from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Right. Thank you, Linda.
Really good one. Buffalo Trace is great.
Yeah.
Excellent. And for good timing with these, as it feels very autumnal this evening as well. We didn't plan that, but they are perfect for a slightly chillier evening. Gary?
I think most people have said what we can say about CRF, but I was going to think about another liqueur that actually I've never able to find one. You may have tried it, Carl, the Licor de Murder.
I haven't yet. No, I haven't.
I've tried Licor de Murder, which, like, is it translated as shit liquor or something like that?
One tea liqueur, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I've not seen it. Somebody told me once it's actually quite nice. It's sweet, but quite nice. So if anybody comes across it, let me know and give us a report. CRF, always a good favourite, good stock drink to have in on the shelf for these sort of nights. So big thumbs up from me.
Yeah, because we did think of doing the Licor de Merda, but I just don't think it's got enough going for it to do a whole show around it. Right? It's from Cantanhede, and I'm looking on the screen here. It's $14.95 a bottle, and it certainly has an intriguing name. So maybe one of our correspondents could go out and try that and report back on it. But there it is. It looks really old-fashioned, doesn't it? It looks like something from your...
What's that floating in the bottle? That's my first question.
That's where it gets its name from, then, obviously, isn't it?
I think I've seen one of those before.
That's what happened to all those old bottles. I wonder where they went.
Yeah.
It's sort of bottle you hold up, isn't it? And this person needs more fibre in their diet.
It's a floater.
Or it was always a sample, but they just didn't have the heart to tell the yacht license.
It's not going to go off though, is it?
It already did.
Remember the other one we tried, the Pastoral de Nata liqueur?
Yeah.
You must have had that.
I haven't. I just don't want to.
Oh God, we're going back a long time now in the wine club, but I've had some, and it was like, it does taste slightly pastoral, but it's really sickly sweet.
It was horrible.
It really, you could almost use it as a sort of type of adhesive glue for something.
One sip and you think, oh no,
That's enough.
That's it, not drinking that.
Let a teenager find that, and it'll be they'll have a lasting memory with that. Okay, thank you very much, the Austins. Excellent. Finally, then, Johnny Cocktail, any news from the cocktail world and your closing comments, please?
Well, I would just think as we revealed today with everything that everyone brought, it's just like the wines that we experience. There's such a depth of wines that exist within Portugal. There's also this nice complement of spirits, and with those, they're typically not just consumed on their own. They're put together. It's part of a recipe, and there's so much information out there that I encourage you all to delve a little into it and take these different ingredients and create something delicious.
Cheers. And do that with the help of Mind Cocktail Mind there, /recipes for those fabulous recipes that we saw. And Lucky Pat, and presumably Eric as well, with the invitation to the world headquarters of Mind Cocktail Mind. And I'll just say, I was gently, quietly sipping Beirão. I really love this stuff. I love to cook with it. I think maybe you said, Linda, an ice cube, just a single ice cube in a tumbler, pour it over the ice cube. It's a fantastic digestive and a nice
slice of lemon. We hadn't got any lemon, so
but there's so many things you could do with it. And we're getting a few cheers coming in. Peda, thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks, Mike. Hope you enjoyed your bourbon there. And next time, I think we're going to go for possibly the suggestion of Antonio Barbosa, because he suggested we go for the Dow from Intermarché, their own brand Dow Red, because a few reasons. It's going to be easy for us to find, isn't it? I think we can all find that, right?
Yeah, I think
we agree on that. And it takes us into the territory of like, oh dear, an own brand, which, some wine snobs might think is not a great idea, and the Dow region, which in our experience as the wine club has always been a bit risky. So some of you say, and I won't say who it is at the moment, but, invariably good from Intermarché, very reliable. All of them, without exception. We'll see if that's the case with the Taoist brew right there. So maybe if we remember, after having the top shelf Tipples, that is the wine we're selecting for October, we'll go with that. And we'll thank Antonio Barbosa for making that suggestion. Thank you for being with us tonight. We'll have a bit of a lock-in now, and we'll see you again next month. Cheers. Good morning, Portugal Wine Club Ninjas. Great job tonight. Thank you very much indeed. So, chin chin.